And we are back with Demontimemo. All right, now we're going to go into the questions about the demon. What are some of the biggest artists that you have let drive the demon?
I think one of the biggest artists that I had drive my demon was Big Boogie. And I'm gonna tell you guys a funny story right now. The biggest artist I was supposed to have drive my demon would have been Little Baby. One of the reasons why he didn't get a chance to drive it is because when my car was getting wrapped the first time orange, the guy who was driving my car took so long to wrap my car that it wasn't ready for when Little Baby came here for his concert. So honestly, Little Baby would have been my biggest driver.
Little Baby would have been fire. Okay, now let's get even crazier. What is the fastest that you've drove the demon?
I'm gonna say allegedly 200 miles per hour, allegedly. But yeah, I was coming back from Six Flags and I let her rip, and the hood was, y'all already know. But yeah, I would say allegedly like 200 miles per hour.
Okay, like he said, allegedly. Everybody, allegedly. Let's not quote him on that. All right, what's one thing you've done to your car you low key regret?
Oh, one thing that I've done to my car that I low key regret. If I'm being honest with you, it's probably wrapping it for real. Because honestly, like after you wrap your car, like pieces low key don't go back like the same as it once was. And once you disassemble the car, it really doesn't go back to when it's like naturally coming from the factory. So honestly, I really would say wrapping the car is right one of the things that I kind of regret, but I don't regret it, if that makes sense. You gotta like bear with me on that one, y'all, for real.
All right, let's actually get to know Demontimemo. What is the funniest thing that's ever happened while filming content?
The funniest thing that's happened while filming content? Man, what's the funniest thing that's happened while filming content? Oh, what the heck? I'm trying to think. What was the funniest thing that's happened while I was doing content? I can't even think. I can't even think on that one. Man, that's a good question right there, because I don't even have an answer right now. Hey, what's the funniest thing? I mean, I would say, shoot, the funniest thing, shoot, watch somebody get hit out the pit. That's probably the funniest shit ever. When you see somebody shooting content and they get their ass whacked because they standing too close. Or, I mean, I don't know, probably that's probably the funniest thing. I don't know. That's probably the funniest thing, though, for real.
All right. Now, if you had to rate your driving skills 1 through 10, what would Demontimemo rate his driving
10.
skills?
What you talking about, gang? I'm got will. We getting this to get out of there. They know that. We ain't got no. Look, we must get out of there, man. We ain't got no. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting out of there. That's all I can say. I'm definitely a 10 though, for sure. I'm definitely a 10.
All right, 10, like you said. Now, tell us the funniest story about your car.
The funniest story about my car? Man, this is the funniest story about my car, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. When I let Bando KC drive my car was probably the funniest thing about my car, bro, because I got it impounded that day, bro. So I let him, we sit in the lot, and I'm letting him drive it in the lot, man. And Lions PD come in there. They come right in there. Woo, get right on my car, bro. So he ain't had no license. So, but mind you, I'm sitting in a passenger seat. So these people wanted to impound my car. Mind you, I have a valid driver license, and they let this man, even though he's sitting, and when he pulled in the lot, he wasn't even driving low key. He actually kind of was parked. So the police gonna try to act like he's seen him drive, whatever the case may be, which is kind of crazy to me because you really didn't see him driving for real. He kind of seen him like going slow into a parking spot. So it's like, technically, like, was he really driving for real? And we in a parking lot. So come on, gang. So they impounded my car because of that, bro. So I let Bando KC drive my car and he got impounded. That's probably one of the craziest stories about my demon for real. And I had to wait the whole entire next day to get my car. Mind you, I'm sitting at the police station and I'm telling the dude at the yard that I'm finna come and pick my car up that night. And the police officer took literally the time to the place closed to try to give me the release papers when I was paying to try to get it out.
Ooh, nasty story. Man. All right. Now, let's talk about Chicago. We know Chicago is full of crazy drivers and people who just drive all types of ways. and it threw out of traffic. Now tell me what is Demon Time's worst driver? What type of driver annoys you the most?
A person that's in a fast lane that's driving 60 miles an hour. Like, why is you in the fast? I know everybody can relate to this, bro. I hate a person that's in the fast lane driving like Miss Daisy. If you don't scoot your slow to the right, the slow lane to the right, leave this fast lane for people like us that like to get in that lane and we know what we like to do, man. That's probably the most annoying thing ever. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all can relate to this right now. That is so annoying, gang. That's so annoying, bro. I like that annoys me. That annoys me the most. Like that's it. That annoys me.
All right. Now there's plenty videos out there of people driving different different demons. Now there's a video out there with Vaughn off 1700 spinning off the highway of a demon. Would you let him drive your demon?
Y'all want to know the crazy thing about it? That time when it's crazy. So I have a clip, right? And if you guys watch my YouTube video, right? One of my YouTube videos, I was gonna let Vaughn off 1700 drive my demon, which is crazy. He told me he didn't want to drive my car. It's a clip. Y'all can go look through my Instagram. He said he didn't want to drive because he felt like he was gonna crash it. That's crazy. That's a real story. You can go watch it's in my old videos. You can literally go see it. He said he didn't want to drive my car because he just felt like he was gonna crash. He like, that's just too much power. I ain't getting mad at it. So no, I ain't gonna let him drive it. I offered him to drive it. He was like, he wasn't gonna drive it because he felt like he was gonna crash. That's crazy. That's a crazy question.
All right. Now, is there anything that the people don't know about the demon that maybe they might know, maybe they don't know? What is one thing that people may not know about the demon?
One thing I think people don't know about the demon, to be honest with you, they probably don't know that it was black. Like they probably don't know that. I would say probably don't know it was black. I would say, trying to think what else would I say that they don't know about the demon. Yeah. The crazy thing about it, this is the most question that I get a lot. Like a lot of people say that my demon's a Hellcat. They don't really say it's a demon. Like it's not a Hellcat, guys. It's a demon. Those are totally different things. So when you come to my car, address my shit the right way. It's a demon. I address my shit the right way. It's not a Hellcat. It's not a jailbreak. This motherfucker is a demon. So address it the right way. Okay?
Like you said, a demon, everybody. Now, you said you missed to get out of there. Rage, you're driving to 10. Has Demontimemo ever been in any car accidents?
Yeah, like I stated earlier, man. Actually, I had my 392 Durango. I crashed that one. That was my fault. And my Hellcat Durango wasn't my fault, but yeah, I've had 2 accidents. Actually, I've had 3 accidents because I've crashed had a Grand Prix GTP and somebody hit me, rear-ended my, pause. But yeah.
All right. And to finish it off, what would be the next color you would wrap your car?
Oh, yeah. That's a good question. Man, that's a good question. You know what? I think that I would wrap my car